Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. Welcome back to my channel. This is a very requested video. It is how I do my gel manicures. So a few things to start with. You can probably see my hands being expressive in this video. That's because I was talking when I was filming. Turns out I didn't turn my goddamn microphone on. So we're doing a voiceover. It is what it is. I am not a nail professional, and everything I know about doing gel manicures I have basically learnt myself just by doing research and watching how other people do it and stuff like that. If you're a nail professional and you see something happen in this video that offends you, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to change the way that I do my nails because it works for me. Last thing, if you hear any background noise like birds or banging or the toilet flushing or the washing machine going off, apologies. I live in a house with people and animals and they make noise. Alright, here's a close-up of my nails. These nails are 4 weeks old. That's 4 weeks of a gel manicure for me. Now, you can see I've got a few little chips of polish and stuff. That was also after a week of hard labor in my bedroom. I'm really happy with how this manicure held up. I can say that I have recently discovered a game-changing product. It's we'll get to it. There's going to be lots of praising words said about it when we get to it. And it has literally changed the game for me with gel manicures. I feel like it was by the good graces of God that I came across it, and I'm not even joking. First step, we've got to get this manicure off. So I'm going to use a 180/220 grit nail file. So it's 180 on one side, 220 on the other. You'll be able to see here that it appears that I've gone down to the nail, which is you don't ever want to go down to the nail with filing because you'll destroy your nails. But while it appears that way, it's not. I have an overlay on my nail, which is my new hero product. So I know that it's safe for me to file down the color completely. I don't actively try to do that, but I also now no longer stress if I do that because I know that there's a protective layer under there. So if you're a nail professional and you're absolutely freaking the fuck out right now, don't worry, it's okay. I do kind of know what I'm doing. Now, if you're new to gel manicures, the whole point of doing this step is to take the shine off the top coat. That's going to allow you to soak off the gel polish and remove it safely. The reason I'm showing you my pinky finger like it's some miraculous gift from God that nobody's ever seen before is because about 2 months ago, I split that nail. I split it down on the side, but in the quick. It was one of those nice painful ones where it bleeds and your eyes water and, they're the best type of nail breaks. They're great. Everyone loves them. I'm trying to show you where the break has grown out to. It's at a pretty decent length. And this is actually how I discovered my new miracle product. So previously to having this product that I use now, I was using a brush-on nail glue and then I would dip the nail in the Ollie nail repair powder. And that worked fairly well. It was better than trying to use a silk wrap and glue and all that shit. And I had my nail glues had dried up. So I went to one of my beauty supply stores when we were allowed out into the fucking real world again, and they didn't have any nail glue, none at all, which didn't surprise me. There were a lot of people in there trying to get supplies for their salons because they were opening back up, and that's when I spotted this other product and I thought, look, I'll give it a go. So all I'm trying to do at the moment is be gentle with this nail because I don't want to snap it. Now, at the time of filming this, I wasn't sure if the nail was going to be grown out enough for me to trim it off completely and easily still do a manicure. So I just filed it down a little bit. I wasn't going to be able to file it once I had the gel off. My only option would be to repair it or take it off completely, trim off the broken part. So this is something that I always do when I have a broken nail. If I've repaired it and I'm going to redo my manicure, I always file it down while the gel is still on there. Okay, we are ready for soaking. And again, you can see like I have buffed some of the polish all the way down to that overlay that I have on my nails. But if you are doing your own gel manicures at home and you don't have a protective overlay underneath your gel polish, don't ever file it down this far, because you will destroy your nails and you'll probably hurt yourself as well. Time for the tools of the trade for gel polish removal, my tools of the trade. I have acetone, and I have little like foil nail wrap things with cotton pad. The acetone I buy in big bottles from the hardware store, and I just pop it into that small little bottle that I got from the chemist to make it easier to use, essentially. So I'm not trying to dispense acetone out of a giant bottle every time I do a gel manicure. Now these things, the foils, I get them off eBay. I just buy them in bulk. I think you get like 50 in a pack, costs a couple of bucks. And essentially what you do is soak the cotton pad with acetone and then you wrap it around your nails. I like to leave these on my nails for at least 15 minutes before I like take them off to check how much of the gel has dissolved. I usually do this job sort of in the evening or on a day when I don't really have much that I need to do. I can just sit down and like watch a movie or maybe binge a TV series. This process, the whole nail process, really does take a long time for me. But I can't say I'm really bothered by it when I can wear a manicure for a month before I have to take it off and do it again. Something I did when I was filming this that I don't usually do is wrap both hands at once. I personally feel like you absolutely need one free hand that's not hindered by bits of foil all on your fingertips to help remove the gel polish from the other hand that's been soaking. I don't know why I did this. It's dumb. It's dumb, Hailey. All right, it's been 15 minutes and I'm taking my foil off. Now, I wouldn't usually take them all off at once. I did that simply for the video to show you guys how much of the gel polish had broken down. Usually I would take off one at a time and I would remove as much gel polish as I could, and if it hadn't broken down all of the gel polish, I'd put the foil back on for another 5 or 10 minutes before checking it again. But you know, when you're doing videos, sometimes you do other shit. So you can see that some of the polish is just like flaking off. That's what you want. That's the whole point of it. There will be some scraping involved. Here we go. But you got to be really gentle with this because you can like totally destroy your nail again by doing this. I like to use just the weight of the tool essentially. So I don't put any of my own pressure on the gel polish or my nail to remove this. If it's not ready to come off, just like flick off, then it's not ready. Now, if I'm putting the foils back on, what I will do is take a little bit of extra acetone in a pipette and I will get the cotton pad saturated again, because this stuff evaporates super quickly. Also, another tip I will say, if you're in a warm environment, somehow the acetone and like the removal process, it's better. It's just better. I was not in a warm environment. It was a very cold day in Melbourne. I was in the garage. So usually I would try to do this in the evening with the heater on, unless it's summer, and then, you know, what else? It's hot anyway. Okay, removal round 2. And again, I'm just being really gentle, flicking off what I can. All right, here's the broken pinky finger. Now, on this particular nail, I have 2 layers of my like protective sort of overlay gel. So I am using the opposite end of my little tool to help scrape that off. Again, I am just using like the pressure of the tool. That one's going to take a little bit longer because there's more product on it. Okay, after about 6,000 years, I have my nails clean. The stuff is off. And here's my pinky break. I was so happy with how much that had grown out. And that nail, like, I gotta say, that nail, how it held up with the gel overlay over it without like breaking again, absolute miracle, guys. So I'm just gonna trim that off. Off you go. It's enough. There's enough like unbroken nail there to work with and do a gel manicure, which is great. Oh, get off. And I'm also just trimming down that other nail because it's quite long in comparison to my others. I can bring them all down to a fairly similar level, and of course give them all a file and shape and get them ready for color. I'm just using a sort of fine grit filing block here. This is just to get off any like extra tiny bits of gel that I might have missed and to help smooth out the nail a little bit. And again, I'm not using any pressure with this tool. I'm just gliding it over the top of the nail surface to help smooth out any lumps or bumps. Cuticles. So this is the Soshan Nourish Nail Concentrated Nail with Cuticle Care. So I essentially put a glob of this on my cuticles and then I like swipe it over the cuticle so it covers the whole area. Leave it on for about 5 minutes and then I use my Cuticle Pusher tool just to push back the cuticles and break down any like overgrown cuticle. I don't really have a huge issue with my cuticles, but I always do this step because if you don't and you do have a tiny bit of excess cuticle that you couldn't see with the naked eye or you weren't getting close enough to see, it really can jack up your manicure. Once I'm done with my cuticle prep, I go and wash my hands with warm water and soap. I want to make sure I'm getting off any product residue, any dust. I don't want any of that on my hands. So wash them really well, dry them really well. Pro tip with drying your hands, make sure you don't use a cloth that's covered in fluff or it drops a lint or anything like that, because little like fluffy fibers will stick to your nails and you won't see them until you are starting to paint them. All right, it's business time. First step is the pH balancing primer. I use one from Artistic. It's the pH Nail Prep. This just makes sure that the pH level of your nail is primed for applying a gel manicure. Next step is base coat, and my preferred one at the moment is the OPI Gel Color Strengthen base coat. So this is a part of the filming process where I decided that I wouldn't ever do nail videos again because painting my nails at this weird angle was just impossible. I couldn't cover the nail properly. I was missing spots. Oh my god, not easy, very frustrating. So most of these I just grabbed a couple of shots of the actual painting and then I painted in a position where I could actually see what I was doing. And then we cure. The lamp that I have is the Artistic LED. I don't know what model it is. It is old as the hills, but she still works. And I've considered upgrading quite a few times and for many years, but then I also think, why? This works and I love it. Now this base coat has a 30-second cure time and I always do my 4 fingers separate to my thumb because I have a habit of splaying my hands in the lamp and jacking up my thumbnail. Okay, it is time for the new Holy Grail product that has come into my life this year. This is the IBD BuildingGel. It's in clear and this is a soak off building gel. Now, IBD make 2 types of these building gels. One's called a builder gel and it comes in a pot. I don't think that's a soak off. And then they have the building gel, which is this, that comes in a bottle with a brush and it does soak off. So I purchased this product in a moment of desperation because I needed to fix my broken nail. I couldn't get nail glue and I wasn't willing to walk around with a band-aid on my finger for 2 months while it grew out. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a try because what else can I do? Past building gels or builder gels that I've used have been in pots. I find them extremely difficult to work with, whereas this is in a bottle. It's a bit thinner. It's still quite thick. It does take patience, but it applies with a brush. So what I do here is I cap the tip of the nail with the product, and then I apply a very thin layer over the whole nail. I'm not trying to build length with this. It's not what I want. I know that my nails can grow. They just need some extra support to prevent them from breaking or snapping. This is a self-leveling product. So what I'm doing here is just holding my hand upside down so that if I have put a little bit more product on the fingernail than I'd intended to, what it's going to do is pull down to a good apex point. So it's just going to add to strength on the nail. And then straight into the LED lamp, and it only needs a 30-second cure for this one layer. If I was repairing my pinky again, I would do 2 layers of this. The first layer you flash cure for 10 seconds, and the second layer you cure for 30 seconds. I really, really love this product. It's been a game changer for me. Nail polish doesn't stay on my nails. If I put a normal nail polish on my nails, it chips within 24 hours. If I put a gel manicure on, I'm lucky if I get 2 weeks out of it, no matter how well I prep the nail. With this, 4 weeks. And you could see at the start of the video that if I hadn't had some chipping of the gel polish, it would basically look fresh except for where it's grown out. And also for that pinky finger to hold up for 4 weeks with that massive split in it, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. This product, oh my God, be still my beating heart. I will take it to the goddamn grave with me. I love it. Next step is color. You don't need a base coat over that sculpting gel. I don't think it's necessary. Maybe you're meant to, but I don't, and it works just fine. Poor me, struggling with the angle of painting these nails again. Now, the color I'm using is from a brand called Sculpture. It's in the Evo 2 range, and it's called Elsie. It's like a kind of cool, like grayish blue silver glitter. It's a really, really cool color. These Sculpture gels, people ask me about them all the time. I can never remember the damn names of them, and you can't buy them unless you're in the professional nail industry anyway. I was just lucky to get these at a trade show. So these Evo 2 colors require a 30-second cure per layer as well. I do 2 layers of this particular one, but it is quite opaque in 1 layer. Final step is the top coat. Now I'm using the super shining top coat from Ostar nails here. I don't particularly love this one. It's a very, very thin formula, and it's so easy to get way too much on the brush, and it will like slide and pull into your cuticles. You won't be able to see it until you've cured it, and it's like you've got bits of hard clear gel pulled in your like sidewalls and near your cuticle. So not my fave, but I've got a bunch of them and I'm trying to finish them up, so I focus on them. Over time, I've learned how to make the most of it, but I wouldn't actually recommend that anyone buy this. This top coat has a 1-minute cure time, which is fine. However, I like to do 2 coats. Because it's clear and so thin, it's very, very difficult to make sure that you've actually covered the whole nail. It's really easy to miss spots. So it's a bit of a long process, the top coat. And by this point, I'm like, oh my God, I've been here forever. Why is this taking so long? So yeah, I'm running out of patience by this point. However, the great thing about this top coat, it's no wipe, which means I don't have to get the tacky layer off my manicure. It's done as soon as I pull it out of the lamp for that last cure time. And then there's a matter of doing my right hand, which means using my non-dominant hand to paint my nails. I've been doing this for years and I can tell you it never gets any easier. The only thing that I can suggest here is be extremely patient and go slow. Don't try to rush it. If you get gel polish somewhere where you don't want it, remove it before you cure it. That's pretty much all I can say. And good luck to you. Godspeed, hun. And here we are at the end with both hands done, but here's something that I didn't realize until after I had finished. I didn't put my protective layer on my right hand. Idiot. So instead of sitting there in the garage and doing it again, I came inside and I took off my right hand and I did it again. However, I took it as an opportunity to show you guys the difference in the thickness of my left hand, which has the protective overlay, and my right hand, which does not. The difference is minimal. That IBD BuildinGel, it doesn't add a lot of bulk to the nails. It just makes them stronger. They definitely still have some flexibility, which you need, because otherwise, you know, the slightest knock and you can snap a chunk out of your nail. But man, I love that stuff. It's so good. Before I wrap it up, I thought I'd just run you through a few more of my favorite nail polish colors or gel polish colors. There's all the Evo 2 ones here. The names are on the bottom corner, so you can check them out. The ones where it's got like a two-tone color on the label, they're the heat reactive ones. They're really cool. If you can get your hands on them, I'd totally recommend them. I do quite enjoy the OPI ones, and they have like a huge range of colors, which means if you're looking for something really specific, there's a good chance you'll find it at OPI. I do have a bunch of the artistic color glosses that I got with the kit, and I've had them kicking around for a long time. That is a really good brand as well. And of course, there are brands that you can find on eBay, and I've tried quite a few, to be fair. The Born Pretty ones, they have some gorgeous colors. I mean, look at this sort of chameleon thing that's going on here. It's stunning. Oh, even out of focus, she's pretty. What I can say is they're pretty, but the quality isn't great. I haven't tested them over this gel base thing that I do now. Maybe they will last longer, but they don't last super long on my nail on their own. And same as this Lamouk brand. Not bad, and they've got heaps of these cool thermal gels, again color change when they get hot or cold, but the formula isn't amazing. It's not shit, it's just not amazing. Alright guys, that's it for me today. I haven't talked too much, but hopefully I've entertained you for a little while. Feel free to leave your nail holy grail products down in the comments section, whether they're gel products or gel manicure type products, or natural or normal natural, what the hell, I'm losing the plot. I've been sitting here talking too long. Normal nail polished holy grail products. Maybe you're one of those lucky people that can wear a standard nail polish manicure for a month and not have any chipping. Tell me your secrets. It's witchcraft. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.